Hi guys, how are you doing today? So recently during Cyber Monday, Kylie Cosmetics had a 20% off sale. So I ended up grabbing two of her palettes, and I got the Holiday palette for 2016, and then I also grabbed the Burgundy palette because I love the shades in here. And I just figured I would kind of do a first impression with you guys. I have taken them out of the box. I took pictures of them and stuff like that for Instagram, but I haven't swatched them. I haven't put them on my eyes. I haven't done anything with them, so I thought it would be fun just to play with them for the first time with y'all. That's obviously why my eyes are like white as heck and the rest of my face is done. Neither of these palettes have a shade that I feel like I could set my concealer with on my eyelid, so I did just go in with my face powder, which is the Studio MAC one in Shivering White, and that's just what I have all over my eyelids right now, is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in Chantilly with that on top. So I figured I would use that as my primer today, and we can just play and swatch and see if they're any good. They're normally $42, and I got them for I think $33, which I don't think $33 is a bad price at all for a palette. And I feel like the packaging is actually really great. I mean, obviously the front is cool. I think it's a cool concept, but just like in general, this feels high quality. The cardboard, even though it is cardboard, it's not like cheap feeling. It just feels good. It has very strong corners. It has a strong magnet. It has a good amount of weight to it. If you guys have Boxycharm, you've probably gotten one of the Studio Makeup palettes, which is basically the same exact size, and like the packaging looks the exact same. It has the 9 pans and everything like that. But this one definitely feels a lot lighter. The cardboard doesn't feel as like high quality as the Kylie Cosmetics one. And then the Holiday one also has really great packaging, and it has a little mirror, which is nice. And it's made with diamond powder is one of the ingredients or something like that, which doesn't really matter. It's just, I don't know, something extra. So I figure I'll just do my eyes first and then we can swatch them afterwards. I'm not really sure where I'm going with this look, but I think I'm going to start off with the Holiday palette, and I'm going to use this shade right here. I'm not even going to bother reading the names. I'll just show you them as I go. And I'm going to use this big fluffy brush from BH Cosmetics, which kind of looks like a Sigma E40. And we're just going to go ahead and pop that in the crease. It might be a little too light. Oh, it's like a really, really light transition shade. So if you're darker than me at all, you could actually probably use this to set your eyelids if you do that. I also don't have any like translucent powder down or anything like that, so hopefully there's not like a ton of fallout, because obviously my whole face is done. So next, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take this shade in the middle, the burgundy color, and I'm just gonna put that in my crease. I mean, that's definitely the shade that I'm most drawn to, so may as well use it. And it is very pigmented. I barely even tapped my brush in there. It's coming off very pink, but I don't mind that at all because I personally love pink eyeshadow, and I love the way it looks with green eyes specifically. So and then I'm just going to go back in with that big fluffy brush and just blend a little bit more. Just want to make sure there's no harshness or anything like that. So next I'm just going to deepen up my outer V, and I think I'm going to use this shade right here, which is like a dark purple. They're definitely really pigmented. And I don't see any fallout thus far. I'm gonna go back in with the brush that I used for the pink and just blend a little bit with that one. Before I do the lid, I think I'm just gonna take this shade right here, which is like a shimmery, kind of purpley with a little bit of red undertone, on an Eco Tools eyeliner or flat eyeliner brush. And I'm just gonna put that onto my lower lash line. I feel like that shadow I had to dig into a little extra to get the pigment, but it might just have been the top layer was like new and needed some shadows just work a little better once you get into them, is what I'm trying to say. I'm just gonna go in with this shade right here, which is beautiful. It's kind of like a mauve-y, really light transition shade, and I'm gonna use my E36 from Morphe and just blend that underneath and kind of blend out the darker shade with that. So for the lid, I'm gonna take this shade right here. It's kind of like a light gold shade, but there's something different about it. It kind of has, I don't know, like maybe like a taupey undertone. Like there's something different about it. It doesn't just look like plain gold. I'm just gonna go ahead and take that dry on a brush first and see how that works, but we can work with it if it doesn't. Well, it's applying okay. Okay, that actually worked pretty good on a brush. I mean, I'm sure if I went in with my finger, it'd be more intense, but it's definitely not doing bad or anything. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go back in with the blending brush that I used for the burgundy shade and just blend. So now for the inner corner, I'm gonna go in with a pencil brush, and I'm gonna go back to the holiday palette again, and I'm gonna use this silver for the inner corner, and go onto the lid just a little bit. I might even take that underneath my brow bone, just because actually, I don't know, it might be too dark. I'm just trying to use the palette as much as possible. I think that it's a little bit more friendly for people who are darker than me, like medium tan to darker skinned people. Would probably work a little better for y'all. But that's okay. So this silver is very pigmented. I definitely like it. I'm just kind of feathering that onto the lid a little bit so that there's a transition between the silver to the gold. Okay, I'm going to take just the tiniest bit, whatever's left over on my brush. As you guys can see, that is very pigmented. And I'm just going to put that underneath my brow bone. Oh no, it's a little bit dark. I might have messed up. Okay. See, when the light hits it, it looks fine, but then, yeah, it's just a little bit too dark. 1 second, we'll fix it. I'm gonna go back in with my face powder, and I'm just gonna put this over the silver, and let's see if that helps. Okay, and then I'm just gonna blend that. That's better. Like, this could be done and you could totally leave it here and it would be pretty wearable, but I kind of just want to go back in with a little bit more of the burgundy and bring some more of that vibrant pinkness to it. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Might even take that onto the outer part right here a little bit. And then once again, surprise, surprise, just blending with our big fluffy brush. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some liner and some mascara, and I'll be right back. So that is the finished look. If you're wondering what's on my lips, I first went in with the PUR Lip Lure in the shade Belle, but I felt like it was a little bit too corally and peachy and just summery or something like that. So I went ahead and used the e.l.f. Matte lipstick in the shade Wine, and I just threw that on top, and then I blotted it with a tissue, just in case anyone is wondering, because I'm sure if you ask me in the comments, I won't remember by the time I post this video. But I really love the way that the eye look came out. I feel like it's really pretty and it's perfect for holiday, and I just really like it. I feel like the shadows were super easy to work with and I just didn't have any problems with them whatsoever. For the Burgundy palette, I feel like these shades, even though they're beautiful and they're definitely the ones that I'm drawn to, it's not like a super unique palette. I could definitely compare it to the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia if you guys would like. Because as you guys can see, there are some similar shades and they're basically in the same color family. And they are the exact same price. As far as the holiday palette, I feel like this one is actually really unique. Like, I just love all of the jewel tones in here. And I feel like I don't have any other palette quite like this. And I feel like lately I've been getting a lot of like buyer's guilt whenever I get new eyeshadow, just because I'm kind of overwhelmed. I have way too much and I just need to slow down and use what I have. And palettes like the Burgundy one, even though this screams my name, I do feel a little bad at buying ones like this. However, this holiday one, it really is super unique. And I mean, I could try and go through my collection and dupe it or whatever, but I feel like the color scheme is just phenomenal, and I feel like Kylie did a really good job on this particular palette and just the way everything is put together. I cannot wait to use that green. That's stunning. With that being said, let's just go ahead and swatch. So I'm just going to go ahead and do like 3 at a time. So here is the first row. Very pigmented. Here is the second row. Again, pretty pigmented. I feel like they're pretty buttery too. And here is the third row. So there's what those all look like. They're all really pigmented. They're all smooth. None of them are duds. I really like them. Am I the only person who totally does this after I swatch and I use the friction to take the eyeshadow off my fingers? Okay, so now let's go ahead and swatch the Burgundy palette, and I'm going to swatch it on this arm even though I suck at doing things with my left hand, so bear with me. So here is the first row. Again, pigmented. So here is the second row. Again, pigmented. And here is the last row. So I feel like this one wasn't quite as pigmented as some of the others. But you can see them still on my finger. They look very pigmented. I think honestly it's probably just because I'm swatching with my left hand and I like don't have as much control. But overall, I think that they're so pretty, so stunning. I feel like this color right here is pretty similar to this one. I definitely don't need 2 bronzy dark shades like that. That's okay because I love all the other shades in the palettes, and obviously they're 2 separate palettes. You can buy whichever one you like, or both, or none, whatever. So overall, I really like them. I honestly think that they're good palettes and they're good quality. And I feel like at $42, they're on par with the other eyeshadows out there on the market at the same price point. I'm definitely not disappointed in my purchase, so I hope you guys found this video helpful. I will definitely try to get another look up using just the holiday palette as soon as possible, since I know it's limited edition. I'm not sure when it's not going to be sold anymore, but just in case you guys are like trying to decide whether to purchase it or not, I'll try to film a tutorial tomorrow if I don't go into labor by then. I'm pre-filming right now, but I'm at 40 weeks and 2 days, so fingers crossed that I do go into labor before I'm able to film that tutorial. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.